Welcome back to Pinkvilla Tech, guys, and in today's episode we are shooting the Samsung A22 and the Samsung A22 5G. We've already had so many Samsung phones here which have been recently launched, but these two phones that we have here, though they are very similar, they are very different. Let's quickly start with the unboxing. Most of the things in this box are very similar to what we've had before. There are no other accessories that manufacturers include in the box anymore. Not even Samsung does. But just for the fun bit of it, let's quickly unbox these guys. We couldn't find a smaller knife to do this, but overall I just like the design of this knife. That's why I keep using this one. Choice. They look so similar apart from a small size difference and obviously the color. In the box, exactly the same thing, a 15-watt charger and a Type-C cable. Aesthetically, both the phones look very similar, except for the A22 5G is slightly larger. It's because the A22 5G has a 6.6-inch AMOLED display, 90 Hz refresh rate, which is again similar on the A22. The A22 has a slightly smaller 6.4-inch AMOLED display, again with 90 Hz of refresh rate. The Samsung Galaxy A22 comes with a 48 megapixel main sensor. There's a 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. On the other hand, the A22 5G comes with a 8 megapixel main sensor, 5 megapixel ultra wide and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. With respect to the main camera, the A22 5G is using a 8 megapixel front sensor. On the other hand, the A22 is using a 13 megapixel front sensor. Both these phones though have those front sensors placed in a teardrop cutout of the display. It's old, tested, works well. With respect to the processor, the A22 is using the MediaTek G80 processor, but on the other hand, the A22 5G is using the newer MediaTek Dimensity 700 processor. It's a newer processor on the A22 5G. That being said, the processor on the A22, which is the G80 processor, is a proven processor. They have been using it on their phones for quite some time and it gets the job done. In terms of the memory, the A22 comes or maxes out at 6GB 128. But the A22 5G has an 8GB 128GB variant. Both have extendable memory. But if you are a gamer, you can go for the A22 5G. If you want to do some light gaming, the A22 will get the job done. Let's quickly boot these phones up, run the UI through, understand how it exactly looks on both these phones, because the A22 5G has a slightly larger screen of 6.6 inch. The A22 has a smaller screen, slightly smaller screen of 6.4 inch. Not much of a difference, but for a person who is quite focused on specs, even that 0.2 inch of difference is going to make a difference. Let's just quickly boot these phones up and see how much of a difference does a 0.2 inch really make in reality. Oh, in terms of unboxing, I have not really completed the process. Let me just peel off the stickers. Since the A22 5G is running a newer processor, it should ideally boot up faster than the A22. Let's find out which one does. I don't know, for some reason I'm finding the A22 slightly brighter than the A22 5G. Is it because of the brightness? I don't know what that is, but the A22 is brighter. But both of them have a 90 Hz refresh rate screen, so they're pretty smooth. I like the camera on the A22 5G, though it's a lesser megapixel camera as compared to the A22, but it's looking much more clearer. Aesthetically, I like the look of the A22 5G, though this is not my color choice, but for some reason, the contrast that the lenses are creating against the whole back panel or the body color is very neat, both for the front and back. It looks really neat. I mean, this is one phone I would really want to use without a cover. The A22 has a nice glossy finish at the back. Both of these are using plastic as their main construction and Gorilla Glass 5 on both these phones for protection. But this has a glossy finish which is neat looking, but it's a fingerprint magnet. So if you want to use a A22, you might as well have it covered. Both these phones are housing 5000 mAh battery and they both ship out with 15-watt fast charger, which is quite enough to get it charged quickly, but not that fast enough as the competition. However, with the 5000 mAh battery, you will get around a day and a half of power usage and maybe 2 days of proper lenient usage of just social media or maybe some consumption here and there. However, before we move on to the verdict, let's talk about subscribing to our channel. Please like if you're liking the kind of content that we're doing. Subscribe so that you're informed about daily content that we put out. And if you want us to do something in particular, please leave us a comment. Let's move on to the verdict. Now, Samsung has been rolling out phones like pancakes these days. To give you an insight, let me clear this out. I still have the Samsung M42, the M32, let me get that right, the F22, and I don't have enough hands for this, the A22, and now the A22 5G. The reason why Samsung is doing this is because the competition is immense. Companies like MI, iQOO, they're just launching phones which are in competition with Samsung directly. So what does Samsung do? Samsung floods the market with every category of phone possible. So they are diversifying their ecosystem to every pocket that is out there. And that in itself is a very good marketing strategy because that creates a recall factor for people to remember that, there's a new Samsung phone that is out, check it out. And that itself drives a lot of sale. These phones in front of me are some great phones. So let's put the older ones, and they're not really old, just 2 months old, and focus on the A22 and the A22 5G. Who are these phones for? If you're a person who's been using a Samsung ecosystem phone for the longest time, their UI, their colors, if that's what you like, these are the 2 phones you should go for because they're pocket friendly, they are well packaged as compared to what Samsung used to do before, and they perform quite well. And the one most important thing that you have to remember is after-sales service. Samsung has been doing this for quite some time, that is manufacturing and selling phones to the Indian market. So they have many more service centers as compared to the other manufacturers out there. I'm nowhere saying that they don't have service centers, the other manufacturers, they do. But Samsung will give you that after-sales service. These are 2 great phones you all should consider and try out. This is Aurelius signing off from Pinkula Tech. See you guys soon.